What's up, boys? So, a different kind of video I'm doing this time. This is one video that I wanted to make for a while. It's a documentation of how I made a home gym. Let's go. There's a bit of a premise here. I've been gymming for a while now, and zero judgment on how I look. I think gymflation is a real thing, and I've hit a couple of plateaus. Most of them were my own fault, like not really uh, paying attention to my diet or something or the other. But I've slowly broken through them. It takes a while, but over the years, uh, with other stuff in my life, I've been doing this as a hobby, and it's been great. Like, I look pretty much completely different than how I looked when I did not go to the gym, and I think a lot of the mental stuff it does for you, it's epic. So I wanted my family to get into it, and especially my parents, because as you grow old, your muscles shrink, and the gym makes your muscles big, right? But then when you do it when you grow old, those two factors kind of just contradict each other, and your muscles stay the same, which means you're maintaining your quality of life as you grow old, right? I wanted them to hit the gym, but the problem was that my dad has back pain, he has some slip discs, and stuff like that, right? So they needed trainers for them to do it properly, especially because the last slip disc kind of flare up that my dad had was, from my information, when he was trying to work out on his own or something like that. So he needed a okayish trainer. I mean, he needed a trainer who wouldn't push him too much, he would take it slow, right? And most trainers in the gyms around this place are not like that. They have a different mentality, to say the least, right? Especially if they're gyms where you have to pay less. They'll just they have the keep doing stuff till you're like half dead kind of thing, right? Which is not something that I vibe with, and especially for someone who is aged and has some stuff going on. So that was the problem, and going to good gyms with good trainers, especially now that almost 6-7 of my family members who live in this house are hitting the gym. I slowly got everyone into it. Let's go. It would be expensive, right? Especially with trainers, something like Anytime Fitness, which is at my place. Like, I live in Jaipur, right? With trainer, it's pretty expensive. So my dad was like, why don't we build our own gym? And I'm like, interesting. It takes me a while to travel and come back from the gym every day, and I don't really talk to anyone there. Like, I'm just doing my own thing whenever I'm there. So and then I have to coordinate with people to wait for machines being empty or whatever. It's not something I really like that much. I would rather just work out alone. But I didn't have a home gym, and that was one of my bucket list, right? And this was my opportunity to get one, right? And then everyone in the home can use it, and I could help train my parents. Like, obviously, when I have to research properly about how they should progress in what, but I've been doing that, and I think I'm occasionally capable of that. And especially when you have one place like that at your home, you don't rush with things, you take everything slow, right? And you can get better at things at your own place, especially when me and ChatGPT best coach is helping them, my parents I'm talking about, right? So I thought it's a good idea. We'll be saving 6 to 7 people's worth of annual gym memberships, especially for my parents who also needed help, external coaching. I can substitute for that and do my best, right? So we decided to do that. Now the first question is where. We have this storeroom on our roof. Maybe I'll put a picture of it somewhere or something. And this place is just, it's like It's like it's out of a post-apocalyptic movie, right? I tried to clean it up at one point during COVID. I think we did a good job, but then it went to shit again, because unless you're using a room like pretty consistently, it's not gonna stay clean. And this room, it was like very exposed, kind of. It had those grills with airflow, so like it got pretty dusty, especially where I'm from. It was a lot of work to keep it clean when you're not using it daily, right? And it's mostly just shut off. So yeah, I'm like, that's a perfect place to make a gym. Then we'll be using it almost every day. It's right there on the roof, so it doesn't feel too kind of too claustrophobic. You can just step out of the room and you can see the sky and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. It's like a garage gym, something that we wanted to make. Now the next part is equipment. I had to do a lot of research for this, right? I referred to this one Mike is Retired video about a home gym, and PewDiePie's home gym setup. I rewatched a lot of his videos. So it came down to a couple of main things. I have a pull-up bar and everything. I have that weighted vest which you can tie on yourself, and you can put weights through it to do weighted calisthenics. What we needed was firstly some dumbbells and a retractable bench. And so we went for those 40 kg magnetic dumbbells, which you can just use the clamp to change the weight. And we got a normal decathlon bench, because I think those were the best reviews out there. Right, we got these two things first. I mean, that's what I ordered first. The second thing that we needed was a proper kind of rack and a Olympic bar and weights. Right, you can do most of the stuff you need to do with just the dumbbells and the chair and a little bit of calisthenics. I mean, the dumbbells, the bench, and calisthenics. But you can also get a rack, and then you can do pretty much everything you can do, right? So with the rack, I got pretty confused, because Mike is Retired in one of his videos, he recommended like a pulley system for along with the rack. So if you have a pulley system on which you can put your weighing plates, right? So then you can kind of just make it so that it works as pretty much any other machine. It's like a lot of machines in one thing. So I was pretty confused about getting that separately or with a rack. But every rack that I checked which had it already installed, plus which had to be in my budget range, which was medium end, was kind of, the reviews were too iffy, and I wanted a good and stable rack, because people in my family who haven't been training for that long or haven't been training at all will be using it. It needs to have good safety mechanisms, because I might be benching there alone someday, and if that weight is not going back up, I'm done for, right? So that was I did not want to compromise on the rack itself, just so that I could get a pulley system along with it. So I decided to get a decathlon rack, safest choice. I got a pulley system from Leeway, I think, separately. We got these weight plates. We first ordered just one or two of them to check if they fit in the bar, in the holes. The bar that we got was actually pretty cheap, and it's surprisingly good. Like, it's proper 7-foot Olympic bar. It's pretty light. I think it's just 10 kgs or 8 kgs. And then we got weights. Again, we ordered separate weights first to check if they go along well with the bar and the pulley system. And then I ordered a whole set of those weights, so they can go up to like 100 kgs or something. I still have to order 20 kg weights, as right now I just stack up a lot of 10 kg weights when I'm squatting, and 20 kgs will just make it like simpler, I guess. So now that I spent like a week or two researching all this stuff and ordering, and obviously I didn't pay for it, so like, yeah. It was sponsored by my dad. now we actually got the stuff, right? It was delivered to us. So, like the dumbbells and the bench, I think, were delivered pretty quickly. And we had to open a shit ton of boxes, and we had to carry everything like onto the roof, which was like a lot of work, right? And then I had to build the bench. So okay, at this point we kind of got someone to just empty out the storeroom, but the room itself was still pretty dirty. I just dealt with it. I put the bench inside. I opened the box and all, and I guess I'll add a compilation of me building that bench. I fucked it up once or twice, I think, but yeah, I ended up building it occasionally, and yeah, we got the dumbbells and the bench. So at this point, I stopped going to my actual gym. I'm like, okay, this is all I need: a bit of calisthenics and a bit of this, and I'm good for. The rack and stuff still didn't come. The pulley system too. So I didn't have that stuff, but that's good because we still needed to paint the room. So after the room was completely kind of emptied out, and at this point our chat had become like a khandar, right? Just had so much mess everywhere because the entire storeroom was emptied, and the storeroom needed to be painted. So even the bench and the dumbbells that were ordered, with which I was supposed to work out, was outside on like just under the sky on our roof, right? I did work out while the room was painting, I think once or twice, and it was nice. It was like I was working in like I was working out in like what's the term for it? Anyway, coming to the painting of the room, the color, that's the number one part, right? I thought it would be cool if we had like a black/grayish color, but my mom is claustrophobic. She did not like that idea very much. We ended up going with a light blue color, and one of the walls was a slightly different shade of blue. We also have these like angles in the roof which are grayish, brownish color, so I think that also made the room look less monotonous. So the room is done. We moved the bench and the stuff and the dumbbells back into the room, and finally the weights arrived. The weights, the power rack, and I think the power rack came a few days before. So the guy who was supposed to come to assemble the rack did it while the room was getting painted, and yeah, then the weights arrived. Okay, this is like the third time I've said it. The weights were horrendous. Okay, it was like 120 kgs, I think, that we just had to carry in our hand and bring up, and it took quite a while. So it's not just carrying them, you have to open them up, and they have like each one of the plates had like 3 layers of wrapping, and on top of that they were all covered with grease, like black grease. So when you touch it, your hands are gone. It's all black now, and even the clothes are gone. Like if I was doing it in this shirt, dead, right? So yeah, that took a while, and then something cool happened. We got the first proper look of the gym with the rack, the weights. We installed our pulley system thing. We had the bench, the dumbbells, everything was there, right? So now all my personal workout equipment and stuff, I just started putting there on the racks one by one, and we got the first proper look of the gym. And I think my brother was doing some random stuff there, right? Yeah, that makes no sense. Now the whole place is pretty dark. We have to put lights on, right? So my little brother ordered these LED strips. I think they looked sus, but in the end they also looked cool. So whatever, it's like okay. I got a smart bulb there too. Eventually my dad and uncle really wanted to put some grass on the grass flooring on the gym. We also ordered a lot of mats, but yeah, for some reason I thought we would cover the floor with the mats, but that just didn't work out because those mats are just there when you're deadlifting or something, and it's not supposed to be covered on the whole floor because it takes away your stability and your base when you're lifting, right? So those mats just usually lay there at the corner of the gym somewhere. Eventually we put the grass on the gym floor, right? And I kind of didn't want to put that because it makes moving the bench around pretty hard, but okay, that's fine. It makes the place look aesthetic. Our doggo enjoys the grass too much. Yeah, it does get in the way sometimes. Might get rid of it later, but I don't know. It gets pretty dusty though, so I don't know how we're gonna handle that yet. Now all this stuff was mostly done when it was still the winters. Now it's getting hotter and stuff, so we had to add a fan, and I'm pretty sure we'll have to add an AC soon, right? Because in Indian heat it's just not possible to work out like that. Maybe it is, I don't think that. So the fan we added makes these random sounds, like it will start making this tick 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 sound randomly, and that's pretty cool. One good thing that I like about this place is that I don't have to use earphones anymore while I'm working out. I can blast whatever I want on my speaker. It's epic. Everything was done, the vibe is pretty okay, but we were missing mirrors, okay? Not just for random, like, flex pics, but just like looking at your form while you're working out, right? So I had to intelligently analyze the room to see the 3 best locations in which we'll have the mirrors. And we measured those locations. We went to a random mirror shop, and it was so small from the outside, but when we went inside, it was like the biggest warehouse ever. And yeah, we got a good amount of mirrors. I mean, we got 3 mirrors there that we made. We told them to make 3 mirrors there according to our like specifications, right? And those mirrors came a day or 2 later, and we installed them. The 3 intelligently mapped places that I mapped were apparently not so intelligently mapped, so we had to change the order a bit. One thing that happened with these mirrors are not that expensive. If you get the very expensive ones, you get a framing behind that, but these are just like occasionally moderately priced ones, which I think makes sense because we wanted 3 of them. So you have to kind of just drill them into the wall, and the drill pieces that the mirror people provided were just not fitting into the mirror. So we had to improvise a bit, and we ended up cracking one of the mirrors because the drilling was too tight. So I think I'll have to loosen up the general drilling of the other mirrors too, because they expand in the heat when it will be hotter, right? I'll have to look out for that. Otherwise all those mirrors are cracking. But the mirrors that we did got were amazing. I got one placed behind the rack, one next to the pulley system, and one opposite to the rack. Like that one is a bit smaller, but okay, it's cool. So now we have everything we need, but not everything we want. We want to decorate the place a bit more, right? We got this Berserk and Demon Slayer, of course, anime, those wall arts kind of thing, and that made the place look pretty cool, right? But then my sister stole the Demon Slayer one, and the Berserk one, I don't know why, we just took it off for a while because it was coming in between us getting the weights. We had to like kind of just get it out of the way to get the weights out of the rack. So they are both not up anymore, but I'll see what I can do with the Berserk one. My little brother wanted a treadmill. I did not see the point of a treadmill at all. Just walk outside, bro. But it's fine, they got the treadmill, and honestly it's pretty fine. I think I'll use it a lot more when it's actually very hot and I don't want to walk outside. I just want to walk in this AC'd room. I usually listen to Lord of the Rings audiobooks while I'm walking on it, and it's pretty nice. For the machine, the pulley machine, I got a couple different rope attachments, like the normal rope and then the single-handed attachments. So it's surprising how much stuff you can just do on that, right? And we'll still need to get an AC installed, I think. there, but the general room is below the solar panel, and I think it's a tin shed kind of thing. So I am hoping it won't get too hot in these summers, especially if you work out early in the morning. But anyway, yeah, that's there. I started coaching my little brother and teaching him like just general workout stuff, right? He suddenly, like, I don't know if it was probably just a growth spurt, but like he's almost as tall as me now, and he looks pretty fit, honestly. Like he looks like the popular kid in his class, which I never got to have, but okay. I'm pretty happy that him and the rest of my family don't have to kind of figure out everything from the start, because I'm there to teach them, of course. But yeah, I got my dad and mom working out. They like it, and yeah, I am hoping this gives everyone a better life in my family and makes them healthy. That's it. It's pretty cool. It's also pretty good family bonding when you working out together, and I'm teaching them stuff. And yeah, I think it's one of the nicest projects I've undertaken in a while. That's it. Just wanted to document the whole process so that I can watch it again when I'm 80 or something. That's it. See you guys. Bye.